Hello. So last time what we've done here was we've created this simulation for pants, and it's not, it doesn't look that great. So during this part, we're going to kind of clean up that simulation and make it run a little bit smoother, and perhaps we'll get something that resembles the cloth closer than what we have here now. I said that this is still pretty, kind of okay as it is right now, considering that our cutting pattern is, just a bunch of patches here. So let's see what we have here. That's the thickening. Thicken takes a little bit of time. By the way, if you don't see these milliseconds, this is how long it takes for each component to calculate. You can find them under canvas widgets and profiler. If you turn that on, then you'll see how long each portion takes to, or each node takes to calculate. And since I see here that it's like 79 milliseconds, 37 milliseconds, 13, that's like 0.15 of a second, which, is not much, but considering that it's for the every step, it's going to be thickening every step of the simulation, it adds up. So I'll just add this data dam here. So this guy is called the data dam. Blob outline, there we go. I always do a blob outline around my data dams just so that I can find them easily. And let's just see how it simulates now. Run. So now it's doing absolutely nothing. And let's decrease the strength of the stitching lines. I can kind of show you the stitching lines again here. So these guys, let's decrease their strength so that they won't just snap like crazy and override all of our other goals. And let's just decrease their length. Like that. Like that. Just slowly. Yeah, that's good enough. And now we can amp up the strength to make it really, those two sides, to make them really snap together. And now I'll just give it a length factor of 0.9 so that it kind of, you can see here, it shrinks a little. Oh no, the pants are going down. So in between these tutorials, I've read up on, Jesus Christ, looks so bad. Actually, let's look how it looks like. So stupid. So during these, let me reset. During these tutorials, I've read up on kangaroo and actually friction in kangaroo. Why are you not? Oh, you're still calculating. Stop that. There we go. There's no friction in kangaroo, meaning that things will slide all over the place. We will deal with that in a bit, but first things first. So now let's continue building it up. Actually, I want to see the mesh here. So first things first, I will hide the body here and kind of just enable the preview of this mesh. Let's give it a custom preview. White, color swatch, white. Oh, that's okay. With less alpha, so transparent. I just want to see kind of wireframe look here with a little bit of shading. Okay. And now to continue working on this. So this whole part here where we kind of take the curves and we create surfaces from them, then we build up a mesh from those surfaces, and we kind of use unify normals, remesh it by color for some reason. Don't ask me why I did that. All of this is shit. Get rid of it. And instead, actually get rid of the curves as well. Instead, we will be using a much better approach, which is just simply drawing out an outline for our pants, and then meshing that outline with Mesh Machine. So without any further ado, I will take the line, and actually I'm going to just draw half of it, and the other half I will just mirror it. So I'll start from here, just probably something like this, something like that. Maybe it's actually something like that. I'm just trying to imagine how a cutting pattern for pants looks like. I guess here, and then somewhere, doesn't matter. Or actually, let's not even do a horizontal line there. Okay, so I have one sleeve. I don't know how to call it. One sleeve for pants. I'll just mirror it around my 0 point to the other side, like that. Perfect. Close it off here, and close it off here. And now I'll just select the curves, join them up, single closed curve. As you're doing this, make sure that it's flat, that you didn't accidentally snap to any vertices or anything like that. So now I'll take those curves, CRV. Actually, that curve, that's a single curve, right? I'll take that, and with it I'll use Mesh Machine. It's a big boy, but it's a part of Kangaroo 1 plugin, which you can just get from Food for Rhino. I believe it's 0.9 version, something like that. I don't remember, but it just lives in Kangaroo and right here, Mesh Machine. The thing is that it works with half edge, almost said half-assed, half edge meshes, which means that you will need another plug. Well, not necessarily a plugin. It kind of comes in together with Kangaroo 1, and it's Plankton, which you should double check if you have it. If you don't, you just download it. It's basically Plankton mesh, this little guy here. This one deals with half edge meshes. God damn it, hard word. I will not be explaining what those do. If you want to, you just can Google it. So for now, we have the curve. Geometry asks us for either a surface or a mesh. I'll make it into a mesh, right? So I'll just type in mesh. As long as it's flat, it's gonna make a mesh pretty easily, like that. I'll just connect it as my starting geometry. Then the length, target edge length. So here we're modeling in millimeters. So I'll say, okay, what's the size of the polygon? What's the polygon size that we want? 2 centimeters. Let's try 2 centimeters. So 20 mil for the length. Then it asks us for fixed curves and fixed vertices. Okay, so fixed curves are going to be the ones that are around the perimeter of these pants. Fixed vertices are going to be the ones that are around the perimeter of these pants. So I'll just use naked vertices component for naked points for the fixed vertices. And I will use mesh edges component for the to get all of the naked edges, the outer ones. for my fixed curves input, like that. Okay, so we have this going. Then we have flip, pull, adapt. So boring. Let's just do iterations and reset and kind of see where this takes us. So iterations wise, let's start with, let's give it a slider, I guess. A slider between 0 and 10. 0.10. Plug that into iterations. Right now it's set to 0. That's fine. Reset. We will need a toggle for that. And if the reset toggle is false, it's going to calculate, right? So it needs to be false here. Hello? Oh, right. It gives us a plankton mesh, right? So we need to fix that and also hide that. We need to fix that. So now you can see here, right? If from mesh machine, what I get is plankton mesh. So this geometry type is not supported by original Grasshopper. You need a plugin for that, and that's plankton again. So plankton mesh, you just take that from the geometry drop-down box, connect that here. Okay, so now we can at least see the mesh, but the problem is that, you know, it's still a plankton mesh. So the way you convert it is very hard. You just connect a mesh component to the plankton mesh component, and then it works. I wonder if you can just simply, no. So you can't do it like that. Mesh machine into a mesh gives you a null, but mesh machine into a plankton mesh into a mesh gives you a kind of fixed mesh. Don't ask me why. Okay, let's see how this guy remeshes now. So right now it's not remeshing at all because we have 0 iterations, but if I keep increasing the iterations, it kind of does its thing. These parts are weird. Do we want to close them? Why is this one fine and this one is not? Let's try like 25 iterations. Let's try a different length. Okay. Smaller length fixed it. So I guess we're sticking to 15. It's gonna be a little bit laggy with 15, but that's fine. Right. So we have our initial mesh for pants. The reason why this is not shit and the previous version was shit is because we don't care about the topology. And I was modeling those pants as if I was modeling a building like before, where I really cared about, you know, having really clean topology and so on. Now we don't need that. We can just simply remesh it into the soup of vertices, and that's fine. So then I just connect it to my project like that. Bang. It gives me all of the connections here. I will be fixing those connections, right, in some areas here and there, but for now that is fine. Okay, so we have that whole group there solved. Now, what is this? Sphere collide. Oh, right. This is where we created a sphere around every vertice, and we said that they should kind of collide with each other, and we divide it by 2. Oh, okay, right. So we use the edge length for division. Could we just kind of be a little bit more cheeky and just say, where's our mesh? There we go. So we have our mesh, and after remeshing, what if we kind of get all of the mesh edges and ask, what's the average length? Does that give us a, no. First we measure the length, curve length, like that. So we get all of the lengths of all of the edges of our polygons, and then we measure the average of them. So we get 16.9. And I'm only measuring the length of the interior edges. I don't care about the border that much. Or do I care about the border? Maybe I do. I'll connect the border as well. So in the naked edges as well. So our average now is 16.9 still. Not 15. Well, Mesh Machine, I guess, is not a perfect tool as well. Doesn't matter. So we get our average, and I will be... Should I divide the average by 2 or by 3? Let's see. Mesh, sphere, points go here, like that. Radius goes here. How does that look like? The collision, like all of these spheres will be colliding as the simulation is running, and they are really close to each other and overlapping. I will be dividing this by 3. Yes, much better. God damn it, actually too much. 2.5. Let's see. 2.6, 2.8, 2.6. Screw it, 2.7. Whatever. We'll fix this if this doesn't work. Okay, so I don't need to see the spheres at all. I only care about the collisions. What else do we need to do before this starts working? I guess it would start working immediately, but oh, right. So where we have the stitches, these lines here, where you have the stitches, we need to not stitch, not connect these top parts here, because that's where the hole for the body is. And also these parts here are not connected. That's why. What are we using for that? I already forgot. Boxes. Okay. Oh, right. So vertices, naked vertices. We get all of the... God damn it. We get all of the naked points. So all of the perimeter points, and we kind of just remove the ones that are inside of the boxes to make sure that it's stitching just the... just where we want it to stitch, to connect. Okay, so we need to fix the boxes. Where the hell do I have my boxes? Oh, this layer right here. Let's go to the front view. Whoops. And let's see, wireframe. All right, so I only want... to not stitch this, and this point here, and to not stitch, come on, this, and this point here. Okay, that's good. And now for the top, kind of same thing, just scale it up. That should be perfect. So basically all of the points that are inside of the boxes right now are not producing any lines, and you can't see because it's so convoluted. Yeah, here we go. No lines here. And a bunch of horizontal lines here, and no lines for here and here. Perfect. Okay, now we can simulate, and this is gonna be heavy. What's a good angle? Guess something like that. So let's see, and before we do that, let me just make a custom preview so that we actually see what's going on. This we reset back to 1, and the strength. Actually, I want to change this strength. We either need to use 10, something small, or 10,000, something very big. And 90% of the simulation will be running with stitching force being small. It's just basically kind of shapes how the pants are. And then once we're satisfied, we just kind of I just want to click a button and then just kind of connects the whole thing, you know, completely closes off the stitches. So to do that, we will need a filter. We will need a toggle. So now when the toggle is false, it gives me this output. Let's do dog here. There we go. And let's do cat here. That, and let's check it with the panel what we get. So if this is false, it gives me the dog. If this is true, it gives me the cat. So all I need to do to switch between these two values is to double click the toggle. That's perfect. So instead of a dog we have 10. Instead of a cat we have 10,000. And I will be using that as my strength here. Perfect. Now I want to start just working in Rhino rather than, well, not just working in Rhino, but kind of get some panels in Rhino from here. So I will want to have this length factor panel, and I will just kind of call it how do we call it? Shrink pants? Question mark. And just go to publish to remote panel. Right click on it, publish to remote panel, and it should now live under here somewhere. Grasshopper. So I enabled the tab called Grasshopper, and actually let me disable the help tab and disable the libraries tab and disable the notifications tab and the materials tab. I don't need too many things. Materials tab I don't need. Rendering tab I don't need. Layers tab needs to kind of live here. Properties, layers, display, Grasshopper. Perfect. Okay, so this is my laptop with a 4K screen, right? The sliders are weird, but don't worry about it. In your case, it's gonna be better. Okay, so shrink pants, yeah. Then this toggle gets published, and this toggle, I need to unpublish it. I don't remember how to do that. Hello, edit, toggle. Can I just kind of, yep, perfect. So this toggle, I want to call it, make stitch strong, question mark. Publish. Okay, so now we have a toggle there, and this one where we actually, like, if it's set to 1, these guys will stay this as they are. If this is set to 0, it's going to shrink, right? Like these lines will shrink, and thus the pants will kind of collapse on the body. So I'm going to right click on this and call this stitching. God damn it. Let's stitch this. Shit. Okay. And let me just publish that. Okay. So we have these 3. What else do I need? I don't need to publish that. Oh yeah, and fair enough. Let's just create. Can I make a new group? Add group. Perfect. And I wanna publish into this group. Will it though? Publish? Oh, nice. So button and toggle. Okay, and can I publish a data dam? I'm not sure if I can. No, I cannot. But I can do a filter instead of a data dam with a toggle, and like that. And if toggle is set to true, then this guy comes in here and goes through here. If toggle is set to false, then this whole thing is empty. Smart. Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Yeah, that's fine. Let's start simulating. Okay, so for now, oh yeah, and I kind of need to publish this again. We have two toggles. I don't like that. Can I please? Oh no. Edit, go unedit, and this one I will just call make prey question mark publish. Okay, that's good. So that works. That kinda works. Okay. Let's see. Pum. Make stitch strong. No, we have that turned on. Stitch spans. Okay, so I reset. That is not a reset, that's a button. So I reset the simulation and I turn it on. So now the simulation is running. And then let's stitch this. That works. Slowly. Slowly, easy. No. Shh. Okay, that's good. Now let's make the stitch strong, and I don't really think we need to shrink the pants. I will now turn off the toggle for the simulation and make it pretty. Hello? Oh, right. Actually previewing it is a good idea. And it's going inwards. Crap. Negative. Thicken. Please thicken in the opposite direction. Thank you. Like that. And we have some proper pants. Okay. The problem is that these pants are in zero gravity, meaning that all of the I don't know how deep I'm gonna go into this. I want gravity in my simulation, because pants, they use gravity and they fall down if you don't kind of, buckle them. The problem with it is that if I introduce gravity, then the only thing that holds the pants up is friction, and we don't have friction in this simulation. So I'll need to figure that one out. Okay, but let's start with gravity. So actually, let me go back into Grasshopper here, and let me just turn off the solver. No, turn off, turn off the solver, turn off the make pretty, reset the solver, reset the value here back to 1, make stitch strong, turn that one off. Can I actually make this kind of freaking, come on, please just let me, can you be bigger? This is really a really annoying thing. I'll just have it here for now. Okay. Gravity, right, gravity. So adding gravity is easy. Actually, let me just group the sphere collide portion. Adding gravity is easy. You just go to Kangaroo 2, you go to Goals Mesh, you just go for Vertex Loads. You choose your mesh, which is right here, mesh join. This one that we're showing. So you take your mesh, you connect it to the mesh input, and the strength, you want the gravity to be downwards, so you just go for negative. Is it negative? Yeah, for negative, and negative force to be downwards. Gravity force to be downwards, so it's of course negative, and let's see what kind of forces we use, except this one, 10,000. Yeah, we really wanted to stitch properly, so we're using 10,000. But what about other forces? Here we have strength of 1 for shrinkage. We have strength of 1,000 for, what the hell are you? Solid point. Oh yeah, for not letting the pants go into the body. And we have force of 1 again here for folding. 1 seems to be a very low force for something, for this kind of collision detection. Let's do like 10. Let's do like 5 for now. Up. We will just see if it messes up our stitching, right? If 10,000 can completely override 5. Okay, and vertex load. So holding down the shift key, I'll just connect it to my entwine, like all of other goal inputs for my entwine. And where I have the negative, so the strength, I will just give it something between 0.01, yeah, something between 0.01 until 0.50. I don't assume we will need stronger gravity here. And I'll just call the slider gravity. So we have gravity here. Let's publish it. So now it lives in here somewhere. And there we go. Why are you without a name? Oh, that's because you are... Oh, that's smart. That's a smart coding thing. So we have that. We have that. Let's see how it runs, actually. Maybe it's gonna work. Maybe when I turn on gravity, it's just gonna magically have friction from somewhere. So, actually, I wanna rename these. Where's the kangaroo button, and this one is kangaroo toggle. That's just gonna help me here. Kangaroo button, kangaroo toggle, and that's gravity. And let me edit this for a bit and just move it here. Stop editing. Okay, so kangaroo button, we reset the simulation. Then we make sure that shrink pants is set to 1. Let's stitch this shit to set to 1. Okay, everything needs to be unticked, and then we just go for kangaroo toggle. Okay, so now it's running. Now let's stitch it. So I just move it down to, come on, slowly. Don't do this too fast. It's going to be if it shrinks too fast, it's going to mess up. Okay, so we have that. Okay, that works. Make stitch strong. Yes. And now gravity. Yep. Those are falling down. Those are indeed definitely falling down. Yikes. Okay, let's stop simulation. Okay, make pretty. Oh man. Well, I mean, they do look natural. The way they fall down, well, kind of. The way they fall down kind of looks natural, but at the same time, god damn it. Okay, so we don't. Let's reset. I said let's reset. There we go. Make pretty. I'll turn it off. I'll turn everything back to how it was. So gravity is off. Let's stitch this shit is on. Make, or not on, rather set to 1. Make stitch strong is off. Okay. So this doesn't work. Well, it works, but you know, needs more love. We need the pants not to fall down. We need suspenders. Duh, we need suspenders for pants. Okay. How do we do it? Oh yeah, that's because we were smart and we knew how to, you know, we knew that we'll need to do this later, and we have completely rebuilt the start of our definition so that it's really fucking easy to just change this curve to a different kind of curve and just make it work. So let's see. Let me just explode this shit. Join it back up. Only I will delete this curve. I assume there's a command for that. Don't worry about it. I will just make my suspenders. And let's just go over the nipple there, like that. So that's one mirror around this 0 point. That's the second. Just kind of connect them that way. And join everything in and just simply reference. And it's red. Oh, fuck me. And we reset the, we reset the mesh machine. Okay, so it kind of meshed it. This part is all fucked up. Let's change this to 14 and hope that it works. And actually, let's disconnect it from the project and just look at it here so that it doesn't keep calculating. So this bad boy here. Okay, so 14. What if we give it less. Oh, 16. 16 is fine. No, it's not. Welcome to hell, I guess. Can we just say we get this continuities from the curves rather than naked vertices, and we use that as our fixed vertices? Absolutely not. We need to do that. Can we mesh brep? Can we use this instead? I assume no. Oh yeah, reset. No, it's still a shit show. But if it's 15, is it still a shit show? No, 15 works here but messes up there. Okay, so it's gonna be a little bit tricky. Let me hide the lady for now, and let's make this work. So settings wise, so now I'm using brep mesh. The reason why I do it is because I want to have a little bit more control over how this crap looks like, because apparently we need more points for this mesh machine to work properly, or some shit like that. I don't know. So I will just change the. I'll just use custom settings here, and I will change this to. Let's say maximum edge is 40, whatever. Looks like that. And how does it look like when we remesh it? It looks like that. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Oh, no, never mind. Works. Okay, so we just needed a little bit more of persuading. Instead of just directly connecting it to a mesh, I just used brep mesh and, or how is it called? Mesh brep, and custom mesh settings with max edge of 40. Add the group. Okay, so now that's our group. Not as elegant, but still works. Or maybe it's more elegant now. Yeah. Anyway. Let's connect it to project. Now we have the whole working shebang. And now, since we changed the form of our, looks so stupid. Since we changed the form, what else do we need to change? Vertex loads, no. Sphere collide, no. Solid point collide, no. Oh, these guys, yeah. These lines here. Right, the stitching lines, we definitely don't want to stitch through the belly, right? So that box that we have here, we will need to mess with it. And we'll do that by going to layers, selecting the box and kind of working with it here. So we're definitely not stitching that, but we're actually not stitching this as well, right? Right? I think not. Okay, so what we need to do is we do need to stitch these 3 points and these 3 points, because you know they need to connect on the top. We don't stitch that. Let me just use solid points on and kind of work with the points. We definitely don't stitch through the whole belly, and we kind of start stitching from here and from here. Yeah, that seems fine. That should work. And what about these guys? Still good. Not good enough. Eat that point. There we go. Good. And hide this again, and we never will talk about it ever again. All right, let's hide the boxes. So now this is how the stitching will look like. Seems to be good, maybe? Let's see. Oh yeah, we need to turn on the lady. Where is the lady? There she is. Okay. Moment of truth. Reset button. I'm not sure if I pressed it, so I'll press it again. Still not sure if I pressed it. This is a very, very unintuitive user interface. Kangaroo toggle. Now the simulation is running. Let's use make pretty. Okay, it's gonna look like that. Good. But before, let's... What the... What? Oh, right. We are not very smart. Because the gravity, the minimum gravity is 0.01. Okay, we stop the simulation, we press the reset button, and we go to gravity and kind of change it to 0. Edit, minimum value, 0. Easy. Okay, so now it shouldn't complain at all. Reset, run the simulation, kind of good. And now let's stitch this. Yes. Yes. Good. It's slowly getting there. I want to see the how the full thing looks like. Stitch it more. Even more. Okay, I shouldn't be a fashion designer. That's for sure. Looks so bad. A little bit, yeah. Let's not talk about it. Let's just check out if this whole thing will actually produce a mesh. Oh no! Don't fall down! No. Oh, crap! It's falling down, isn't it? Fuck. Okay, let's turn off the simulation and make pretty real fast. I mean, yeah, that's how I would expect. That's how it should look like, I guess. But let's revisit that part which you're thinking of right now, and let's just make it a little bit better, because yikes. So to do that, I actually don't need to do anything here. I will just be taking that line. Where's my line? That line here. I'll turn off make pretty, and actually make stitch strong. I'll turn that one off. I'll make this into 1. Yeah, gravity 0. Oh, we didn't even turn on gravity, did we? And it already started messing up. Okay, so we definitely need to do this. I'll just grab those 2 control points here, and I'll kinda... So from here on out, our pants are a onesie, right? What can you do? Hopefully this is gonna be good enough, and we won't get any very awkward simulations here. So this one, of course, has started to complain, but I will just simply reset it, and it should be happy again. Yep. Stitching doesn't seem to be broken at all. said that it finishes here. Yeah, I'll leave it there for now. That's all fine, that's all good. Actually, we can just straight up start the simulation. Nice. When we have everything automated, it's kind of easy breezy. So, kangaroo button, kangaroo toggle, stitching, stitching, stitching. Maybe I'm going too fast with the stitch. Slower. Actually, no, it seems to be a-okay here. Okay. So now we've stitched it, and I'll just give it a second to kind of relax a little bit, and now I will make the stitch strong. So now it kind of clamps together, super. And I will not be shrinking this because this is already pretty tight. I will be adding gravity though, but not too much. Just a tiny bit, like 0.1. Just that, 0.1. Let's let it kind of do its thing, calculate. Please work, please work, please work, please work. At least it covers everything that it needs to cover now. Let's stop the simulation. Make it pretty. Okay, I mean, it looks reasonable. Still a little bit funky, but now we are getting these folds here, which I would say are pretty damn believable. And I would call this a kind of a success. Okay. Let's make this a little bit less revealing, so to say. And kind of call it a day, I guess. Or should I could either add smoothing to this, but I'm not sure if I should. Let's think. Okay, let's do it this way. Reset, make pretty off. Did I crash it? Why are you not responding? Reset, make pretty off, gravity off, make stitch strong off. Okay, we're ready to go. So first thing is this thing right here. We need solid points on. We need to stitch a little bit higher here so that it's not so, it doesn't go that deep, the cut. So I'll just stitch it until here. I think that's fine. And I know we're just making, I will hide the layer. I know we're just making a potato sack at this point, but it's a good start. So we have that going on for us. What else did we observe? It was a little bit tight here, but that's fine. It went a little bit low there, but that's fine. This actually I kind of liked, but of course we could just do an arc here rather than a polygon, but that wouldn't, that doesn't matter. You'll be able to kind of draw any kind of shape you want and, force it on this poor lady. Oof. Insides. Okay. So we just stitch less here, we add more gravity. Okay, let's make it higher resolution now. So length 10. This will definitely be on the edge of how much my machine can handle. Yeah, that's a lot of polygons. But seems to kind of be working. I'm going to just double check if, so this is fine. What about here? Single line, single line, single line, and single line here. Okay, that is also fine. So that's a lot of resolution, but I believe, do you believe? Reset. Toggle. It's running. Slowly. 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 I need to automate this. How do you automate a slider? Is there like animate? Option for a slider? I hope there is. What if I right click on it? Yeah, that doesn't care. Okay, slowly. 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 Keep going. Keep going. Oh my god. And just close it off. Okay. Whew. Good. We did that. Now, do we make it the stitch strong now or later? Now, because now it's kind of resting on the body, so we make it now strong now, and then we increase the gravity, and in this case I'm going to actually increase it to like 0.2, not 0.1, and you can kind of see how everything is. Oh shit, 0.2 is way too much. Abort. Abort. Less. Less, no. No, please. No. 0.2 was a mistake. No. No. Please. No, go back. Go back. Go back. Okay. Let's not talk about that, and instead 0.08. Sure, that's a number. Why not? It's still going up. Is it going up? No, it's kind of in the same place, isn't it? Okay, turn off the simulation, make it pretty. Figure out what the heck is going on here. Understand that it's offsetting into the body, so go back here and instead of instead of negative thicken, just use a regular thicken. And we are so close. So damn close. Smooth mesh. Just by one iteration. Default smoothing should be fine. Let's see these two versions. That's before, that's after, before, after. I really can't tell the difference. What if we do Catmull-Clark level 2? Before, after. That's even less difference. Okay, what if we do it before we Catmull-Clark it? So we smooth, Catmull-Clark, and then preview. That's after, and that is before. Okay, so it kind of smooths out the folds as well a little bit. So it was, but also it makes it much more, looks much better. How does the back look like? Yeah, I have those stretch marks there. It's a bit bubbly, bubblegum-like, but actually pretty good. Stupid clove, but it works. Okay, I'll call it a day. I will call it a day indeed. Let us bake this out as layer 1. Perfect. Let me disable preview of the whole damn thing. Just look at layer 1. Show. There's our lady. Arctic. I mean, yeah, good enough. I would I would definitely kind of try to fix that as my next step, but wait, does this lady have a broken back? Yeah, that's a very, very steep curve for the back. That's an extremely steep curve, like a very pronounced curve. So I don't assume in other human beings that would work, and the fold lines are following the correct path, and how this interacts in a correct way. What about the crotch? The crotch is also correct. The fold lines on the pants are fine. Yeah, that is a success. Yay. So I will be, let me put it there. Come on, just, oh no. Shh. Just be there. Okay. As per usual, I will be uploading this file together with the Grasshopper file. And I'll be putting those in the video description, and then you can play around and all of you can become fashion designers. I will be uploading more tutorials soon-ish, and hopefully those will be a little bit more technical, but don't quote me on that. I still have a few silly ones that I want to do. And also some cool Blender cell shaded animation tutorials as well. Hopefully you'll like them. So for now, Bye bye and take care.